Peace fam, this is Queen Unique, and I wanted to talk to you about a video I was watching with young Pharoah, and he was talking about the sun cleansing the earth. And so, I'm not a scholar, so I don't have really that much time to be digging into a whole bunch of books to research if what people say is true or not. So I figured, why not create questions for people to answer? You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of us don't have either the funds to go looking for all of the books, like Ali Muhammad referencing like 12 different books. Then you got Polite referencing 12 different books, and you got Shaka referencing 12 different books. Like, all of these different people who are giving you scholarship referencing a whole bunch of books. One person can't afford to go get all of those books. I mean, most people that are actually watching these videos. So I said, well, you know what? I'm not, even if I'm buying the books, I'm not really going to be reading all of those books, right? Like, I have 6 kids. They're in school. They play sports. I do marketing. I do real estate. So most people don't really have the time. Like, young people have the time to do it. But what about people over their 40s? How about us, right? So I said, you know what? I be having mad questions when I'm watching these videos. So how about I do channel with conscious questions about conscious information that I'm receiving that I don't really have the answers to. So that's where this channel has derived from. So I hope you appreciate it. So the first video is young Pharoah talking about the sun. I actually agree with him, but I want to know your thoughts. So let's look at the video first.
Watching this video with young Pharoah on Baba TV on YouTube, and he was talking about us being in the age of Aquarius, where the sun is shifting. But he says it way better than I do.
So with that being said, y'all, the energy and everything is set perfectly right now for us to be building with it. So we can't waste this time, because we in the age of Aquarius. The sun right now is hotter than it's ever been in recorded history. It's changing the molecular structure of all physical particles, and I'll be giving a build on this tomorrow on Sonetta on the couch. And we got to understand what's happening. The universe is going through a cleansing state, and we have to get with that, or we will be cleansed for being dirty. So we got to understand the science of our higher selves, because like they say, time don't wait for nobody. The universe is not going to wait for you to get in tune with it, because you never should have been out of tune with it. So when we look at like animals, when you see hurricanes and tornadoes and tsunamis, you barely see any animals, because the animals are still in tune with nature and they know to move. Our people, black people, who are the most divine, and we have the most connection to the creator, we the only people that's out of tune. So we got to understand that the solar system is going through right now what science calls a solar storm. There's a solar storm going on in outer space, and this is actually changing the carbon isotope from carbon-12, which is 6 protons, 6 neutrons, and 6 electrons, to carbon-7, which is 6 protons, 6 electrons, and 1 neutron. So the atomic molecular formula of our bodies actually has to give away 5 neutrons in order to be able to cope with this new heat frequency that we're experiencing due to the sun traveling 70,000 kilometers per hour into the Aquarian age, which will...
Now, before I finish with that, notice how he was talking about how the sun is heating up. And you've been hearing for many years that the ozone layer was thinning out and that the sun was getting hotter. And, they came up with all this sunscreen to have us putting the sunscreen on us so that we can prevent from receiving the rays that we need as black people to receive from the sun. They actually need the sunscreen. They meaning the white people, Caucasians, whatever you want to call them. They need the sunscreen, but they're putting it out there like we all need to be scared. So you notice that they've been putting those chemtrails in the sky to try to prevent the sun from reaching, us. And if you haven't heard of chemtrails, just go Google it or go to YouTube. It's CHEM trails, TRAILS. So yeah, that's another thing. So that it's true that the sun is actually getting hotter. But let me let him finish.
Be in the Aquarian age in exactly 18 more years from now. So this is important, because your diet and everything is going to play a part. And if you can make this change, because your body is making a molecular and atomic change with whether you want it to or not. But spiritually, if you're not on a certain frequency, you'll be stuck on this parallel. So our people got to understand that we need to really get in tune, because the planet Earth is cleansing itself of all non-melanated beings. Like I said, the sun is heating up. It's been documented since August 1st, 2010. Skincancer.org. You can go on skincancer.org, look at the statistics of skin cancer from the sun. Every 57 seconds, a Caucasian dies from sun cancer.
Okay. So basically what he's trying to point out is, you know how when you're sick and you get a fever and your body heats up, right, to destroy the bacteria that's in your body. So he's insinuating that that's what's happening with the earth right now. The sun is heating up to destroy the cancer of white people. And here's a statistic for you. I got this from cancer.org. I can actually, let me change the, well, no, I can't change it while I'm on it. I was going to change the screen, but you can see, if I scroll, American Cancer Society right there. So if you read this, it says melanoma. Wait a minute. Let me shrink it a little bit so I can stay in vision from view. Melanoma is more than 20 times more common in whites than in African Americans. Overall, the lifetime risk of getting, you can't see, because I can see that it's out of the screen, of getting melanoma is about 2.5, which is 1 in 40 white people. 1 in 40 white people are dying from skin cancer. 1 in 1,000 for black people. And I'm sure that 1 in 1,000 is probably a black person who isn't on the right diet. Aren't eating alkaline foods, Chicken Shack, Chinese food, Arizona iced teas. That's their diet, McDonald's and all the fast food restaurants. So if they were eating an alkaline diet, we probably wouldn't even have that 1 in 1,000. And then it's 1 in 200 for Hispanics. So let's go back to what the young God is saying.
These statistics are growing and growing and growing and growing. So that means every 1 minute, approximately 1 white person dies. The sun is, the planet Earth is cleansing itself. It's doing a carbon cleanse. And if your diet is not right, or you're doing drugs, or you're doing anything that's making your melanin inactive or toxic, your ass gonna be dying right with them. So we gotta understand, family, knowledge itself is not just geographical or architectural. This shit is solar as well. And we gotta get back in tune, or you gonna get left. And
that's right. We gotta get back in tune, or we're gonna get left. And on top of the cleansing, I also looked up Europe right now is having a decline in population, They are having less babies than deaths, which means those people are over there dying. And so I came here. This is telegraph.co.uk. I'm giving you the source. I'm going to put the links to these pages that I'm looking at anyway in the description area. But let me see if I can enlarge it a little bit. Okay. So the birth rate in the West is much lower in Asia and Africa. They're at 9.9% from Europe to about 15% in Oceania. And we, the black people from Middle East and North Africa to the Sub-Saharan and Africa, 23 to almost 40. That's our population rate, which is actually the birth rates compared to the people that are actually dying. So our birth rates are way up, whereas theirs is on a decline. Plus, they're getting skin cancer, which is killing them off. So if you have any doubts about what's happening right now, all you got to do is look at these statistics right here. The earth is definitely cleansing itself. It's getting rid of all this negative that's going on. Of course, it was inevitable. We already know what goes around comes around. So what I want you to do is be on your game with what you're intaking in your body, because it's real important that you get back in tune with nature, because nature is going to handle itself regardless, with or without you. So
now that you've seen the video and seen what I was talking about, my question is, do you believe that the earth is cleansing itself from these cancerous white folks so that we can live in harmony like we did in the beginning of time? This is Queen Unique. I thank you for watching, and I'll be waiting for your answers at the bottom of this video. Peace.